Hey guys, so I hear from a lot of parents that they're beyond frustrated that their child will not do X, Y, or Z. It might be tying shoes, personal hygiene, homework, or some other chore. I don't know about you, but if I assume that my child is willfully disobeying me, I head to my downstairs brain where emotions, not logic, rule, and I want to retaliate by doling out a punishment that might sound like, you have till the count of three to get your shoes on. And if you don't get your shoes on, you won't have screen time for the rest of the month. So, inevitably, these words to my child send him to his downstairs brain, and we're in an all out war. So, please tell me that I'm not alone in this, right? Um, please tell me we're not the only family where a simple request can devolve so quickly into something so awful. So if you're familiar with this scenario, just comment, been there, done that in the comment section of the video. That way we'll all know that we're in this together. So, what's the connected way to handle this? It's important to remember that behavior is communication. It may be an maladaptive form of communication, but it's communication nonetheless. We do better when I assume a refusal to do something is a can't rather than a won't, and that my child just needs an extra tool or some help to complete the task at hand. So the first step is to always make sure that you're calm in your upstairs brain and help your child get there as well. Otherwise, what I'm about to lay out will land on deaf ears and not really work. So once everyone's calm, the next thing is to just narrate what you're seeing and give behavior to the words. Give the behavior words. So it might sound like this. It sounds like, or it looks like your behavior, whatever it is showing me that you need help tying your shoes or doing your homework or emptying the dishwasher, whatever you've asked your child to do. I'd be glad to help you, but I really need you to use your words first. So depending on how far along you are at training your child to respond to connected parenting techniques, you may need to model a sentence for your child to repeat. So you may need to say, hey, could you just say, Mom, will you please help me tie my shoes? The key that makes this connected parenting harder is that for especially fragile kids or kids who are new to the sequence of events, you're really going to have to give a cheerful yes to that respectful question. So every time you say, hey, Johnny, go put your shoes on, and he says, hey, Mom, will you please help me do that? Just say yes. So eventually you'll get to a place where you can just compliment your child for asking so nicely and stay firm in your request. So you might get to a point where you say, hey, that was really good asking, but this time I really need you to just get your shoes on. But again, it's a balance and you need to know your child. So know how fragile your child is. The next question that eventually comes up when parents hear about this is there's always pushback that their kid ties his shoes every other day of the week. Sigh. I know, my linear logic brain wholeheartedly agrees with you. However, I was struck a couple years ago by something that I do that I know a lot of moms do. So I was laying on the sofa, it had been a really long day, and I pressed the easy button for dinner. AKA I called in pizza. And some days I just can't cook dinner. I'm at my end. I haven't lost my ability so much to do that as much as circumstances just make it impossible to do some days. And as an adult, I have these easy buttons I can push, right? I can ask for help. I can call out carry out, and no one blinks. No one stands over me and lectures me about how I just cooked dinner yesterday or that I need to start being better prepared for the real world. The truth is that in the real world, there are plenty of people who are willing to help if we ask with respect, or we pay in the case of carrying dinner out. So the best life skill we can give our kids is the ability to voice their needs with respect instead of throwing a fit when they need help. And to help them learn that, we as parents have to be willing to be the person in their lives that chops out this new neuro pathway where they understand and can learn that their voice matters and they can trust and depend on other people. We do not need to make sure that they are completely independent. In fact, I'd argue that that independence and individualistic mindset has actually hurt our society. So the next time you're tempted to assume your child is just being willfully disobedient, just give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's just wrestling with some unspoken fear or anxiety. Maybe there was a bad day at school, or he had a bad dream overnight, or he's just really hungry, or maybe even overtired. And just offer to help him out. So as always, I welcome your feedback and questions. I'd love for you to connect with me on my Facebook group, Essentially Connected Parenting, so the same title as the YouTube channel, or find me on social media. I'm at MA Corkum in all the places, Instagram, Twitter, or my personal Facebook page. You can also click to the links in the description of the video. I'll also put a quick video link on there in case you're not familiar with that term upstairs and downstairs brain that I used during my explanation. So if this video was helpful to you, just give a quick click to the thumbs up button and consider sharing it with other people that you think would benefit from it. Also, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next video. I'm planning on posting every Friday from here on out, so I'll see you around.